Let's look at managing and using the medication features for CarePeeps. As always, let's start at the dashboard. First thing we're going to do is to tap the expansion menu, then Manage Reminders, then Manage Medicine. That takes us to the Medicines page. This will show us a list of all the medications that are currently in the system. If we want to add a new medication, all we have to do is tap the blue button at the bottom. That takes us to the first entry screen. Here we're going to enter the name of the medication. In this case, let's say it's metformin, and then we tap Create. That takes us to the detail page, where we can enter the dosage amount, the units, and the form. So in this case, it's 100 milligrams. To select the units, all we have to do is tap on the units, and we do the same thing for the form. That takes us back to the list. We can see metformin has been added. And the next thing we want to do is to create alarms. So we tap the View Alarms button. That takes us to the alarms list. Now, of course, metformin is new, so we have not added any yet. All we have to do is tap on the blue button at the bottom again. That takes us to our entry clock. This is an hours, minutes, AM, PM clock. If we tap on hours, we can drag the blue circle around to the time that we want. We tap on minutes to do the same thing, and then AM and PM. And then tap OK, and we're done with the time. Next is the day planner for the schedule. Here, all we have to do is to tap the days of the week, and when we do, they turn green. For all days, all boxes. We can repeat this weekly for an ongoing medication. Once we're done, we tap the Done button. That brings us back to our alarms list. Now, I took the liberty of adding a couple of extra alarms, but you can also manage these from here by turning them on and off with the toggle switch to the right. All green means they're on. So let's go back. Now we're on our medicines list again. Let's say we want to delete metformin. All we have to do is tap metformin, which brings us to the dialog box, and we tap delete. We can do the same thing for alarms by tapping the View Alarms button. Now let's look at how we can enter our medications. We're going to use voice, and we tap the voice circle for medicine. And that brings up the dialog box with all of the medications that we have listed for our time. Down at the bottom here, it shows you that CarePeeps is listening. And all we have to do now is to say, I took gabapentin, amlodipine, levothyroxine, carvedilol, tramadol, and metformin. CarePeeps will tell you that it heard you, and then all you have to do is tap Save. Now, CarePeeps will listen to and enter multiple medications at a time, or you can enter one at a time. That's up to you. Next, let's have a look at how we can do a manual entry. Back on the dashboard, all we have to do is tap the Medicines box, and that brings up the manual entry page. We can hit Take All if we've taken all of our medications, or we can simply do thumbs up or thumbs down for each of the medications. Again, we hit the back arrow to go back to the dashboard. If you've entered everything for all of your alarms for the day, you're going to see a green page.